Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure. One of the things I've been trying to do, given that we seem to be having a real winter this winter, is I've been trying to figure out what I own, what I have too much of, and what I don't have enough of. I think I've mentioned it a few times. I'd really like to get a Yamaha blaster into the Hoard, and I'd like to get a Honda 350X into the Hoard. Blasters are around, they've gotten a little more expensive, but to get a 350X I might actually have to give up something. So I'm trying to do enough of an inventory to figure out what I would be willing to trade off. So as I've been looking over my stuff, things I have multiple ofs, I have these Honda ATC70s. One of these is an 84, one's an 85, and I've just been looking them over to see what kind of shape they're in. Now, these two are complete. This one has a real nice gas tank. They both turn over, I believe. Let me work my way to the pull start on the other one. Okay, here's the second one. So I got the compression, looks like the engine's complete. Doesn't look like it has a lot of miles on it. Gas tank don't look so good, right? I don't know, could you guys see that? But from a complete point of view, plastic being in decent shape, I'm not seeing any cracks. Are you guys, right? Really, it looks pretty nice. So let's call this the first red one. That's the second red one. Once again, it looks to be in really nice shape. Looks like the front fender's rubbing just a little bit on the head of the engine. But the seat's there, tank's there. It's looking really pretty nice. Looks like on this one the gas tank's in nice shape. Right, see the nice shiny metal? Gotta love that. So this one's just about mint condition. And the other one looks like it could be put together. At some point I believe I've had both of these running. And that would be around the 1994 time frame. Right, 10, 20, 25, 30 years ago. Quite a while. Right, 14 years ago, I guess. So last but not least is this 1982 model. It obviously it doesn't have an engine, and it doesn't have the back plastic on, and it does not have a gas tank. Now, I'm just kind of doing this inventory here because I believe there are some more outside. And why don't we go see if we can find them and see what kind of situation they're in. Many of you know that in my collection of Honda ATC50s, I have one Christmas blue one. Unfortunately, I cannot get to that. You can see it's covered and it's safe, but it's not the safest it could be. It really should be inside. So there's one. Something living in my shed. Okay, here's the second one. And it looks like it's just missing the side cover. The carburetor's there, the air cleaner's there. I don't know what kind of shape the motor's in. Obviously the recoil's missing, but I have a bucket of parts to go through, so we'll see what we find in that. This looks like an older one. You could kind of tell by the writing on that. Well, it's dry in here. It's not clean, but here it is. Also in this shed is that piece of plastic there. Looks like the seat might be somewhat worthwhile, especially considering this one doesn't have a seat on it. Yeah, I'm just trying to get through a little bit of the inventory. So this one is number 2. And as I'm looking for parts, this is obviously a QA50. And no, the throttle is off of it, but it does look like it's got a seat pan with some potential. So let me video that for the future. Okay, at this point, we've found 5 Honda ATC70s. So that's cool. Looks like 3 of them, the blue one that we couldn't get too close to, and the 2 red ones down here are in decent shape, like ready to go kind of shape. Looks like we found one on the shelf out in the shed that needs some pieces, right? Obviously, from a cosmetic point of view, it needs a seat. If I had to guess, the gas tank's probably pretty nasty. But the engine was missing a few pieces. Now, I remembered this box of parts, right? So there's a bunch of engine guts, top end pieces, some clutch stuff. So that's a good thing to find. But we also noticed that I needed the recoil start, including the basket. So here's the basket. Nice find. Here's the recoil start. That's a really nice find. And here's the missing flywheel. 3 home runs. Notice the flywheel is drilled. So that's good. Looks like I have a carburetor attached to a head. That's good. And if you looked at the one that was in pieces underneath the cabinet closely, there was a throttle on it, and it had the top of the carburetor and the carburetor slide. So that's all positive. I mean, we have some other pieces here. There's engine, the shifting forks, the crank, a kickstarter that doesn't go on it, a shifter that does look like it goes on it, so this is the clutch cover side of the motor. Ooh, magneto. Cool. Right, parts are never a bad thing. This is the other side of the engine. I guess somebody took an engine apart. This wasn't me. Piston and the bore. Nice. Looks like I got a brake over here. That's about all. I guess what's left is a clutch. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So, looks like I got enough. Oops. By the way, do try to be careful. You really don't want to mess up the gasket edges. Anyway, it looks like I have enough pieces here to put the one outside back together again, including, you know, I have an extra carburetor here, an extra head, a lot of nice stuff, a lot of gold for anybody who tries to find these parts on eBay. This is a box of gold right here. So what do I have? It looks like I have 3 complete, ready to go. Looks like I have 1 that could be put back together, which is number 4. And it looks like I have 1 with no engine, but it has a front fender. I'd have to come up with a seat, assuming I'm going to take the seat off that one and put it on the one on the shelf. But yeah, it looks like I got a lot of parts here, and it looks like I have a few of them. Yeah, to me, sometimes deals turn up, and you'll have somebody who's perhaps got a 350X or the Blaster I just mentioned. And depending on the condition what they have is in, and the kind of money for it, and how convinced they are that it's worth the money they're asking for it, right? A lot of times I could start negotiating, hey, did you have a Honda ATC70 when you were a kid? If the answer comes back, yes, I've always wanted one, but I got to get rid of the 350X because I don't have enough space for it. Then, well, you do have enough space for an ATC70, right? And maybe we can work out some kind of horse trade here. Normally the Blaster people, though, they don't know a Honda ATC70 all that well. But the ones with the 350X might. Especially if for some reason, once again, they can't keep the 350X, but they want a Honda ATC70 because they're going to put it up on the shelf in their man cave, right? So that helps. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video looking through basement gold. I mean, I'm happy with what I found. I also found that other box with a bunch of CT70 stuff. I think I'm going to add it to this and make sure this is nice and safe, not near anywhere where it could get flooded or damaged or anything. So I think I'm going to set this all up. Then if I need parts for a 70, whether it's an ATC or a CT70, I got them all in one spot and I can come fetch them right out. So once again, hope you all enjoyed the video. I want you all to keep your feet down, your heads up, and get out and enjoy each and every day. Bye now.